My beloved child. Stop scrolling for just a moment. Don't skip this message, because something huge is waiting for you. You may think this is just another story, but what you are about to hear carries a moment that has quietly been unfolding long before today. Stay till the end, because every sentence leads to a truth that becomes clearer only when the final piece falls into place. There is someone who has been returning to the same memory again and again. They have replayed it in the quiet hours of the morning, during ordinary moments in the middle of the day, and before closing their eyes at night. It was not a grand speech or an impossible miracle that captured their heart. It was something you did that seemed small at the time, something you may have already forgotten. Yet for them, it became impossible to ignore. Don't skip now. They never expected a single moment to stay with them this long. They believed life would move on as usual, but every time they tried to focus on something else, that memory found its way back. They wondered why it still mattered. They questioned why their heart refused to let it disappear. The answer surprised even them. What you did revealed something that words never could. You showed patience when nobody expected it. You remained kind when there was no reward waiting for you. You carried yourself with quiet strength when others would have walked away. They noticed every detail, even the ones you believed nobody saw. While you thought the moment had already passed, they were still holding on to it. Stay till the end. This is where everything begins to change. The person you love started asking themselves questions they had avoided for a very long time. Why does this memory refuse to leave me? Why does one simple moment feel more valuable than everything else I have experienced? The more they searched for answers, the more they realized the memory was changing them from within. They stopped looking at you the same way. Instead of seeing only the person standing in front of them, they began seeing your heart. They remembered your calm voice. They remembered your thoughtful actions. They remembered how you made someone else feel important without asking for recognition. Every detail became clearer than before. Don't skip. Something even bigger is coming. They tried convincing themselves that they were imagining everything. They told themselves it was only emotion, only coincidence, only another passing thought. Yet every attempt to forget only made the memory stronger. It returned unexpectedly during quiet walks, while listening to familiar songs, while looking through old conversations, and even during moments when they promised themselves they would stop thinking about you. That single memory became the beginning of a story they never expected to live. The surprising part is that they still have not fully understood why it touched them so deeply. They only know that something inside them shifted forever after that day. They began noticing qualities in you that had always been there but had never truly captured their attention until now. And now, every new day reminds them of what happened. Every passing hour quietly repeats the same question inside their heart. What if that moment was trying to tell me something? Stay till the end, because the answer is closer than they realize. There are moments in life that disappear as quickly as they arrive, and then there are moments that quietly rewrite someone's future without making any noise at all. What you did became one of those rare moments. It planted a thought that continued growing when nobody was watching. While the world carried on as normal, their heart remained in that unforgettable memory. They are beginning to understand that the smallest actions often reveal the greatest truths. And the story is only beginning. A quiet truth is about to unfold, and this is the part of the story where everything begins to make sense. Don't skip. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. What happened next was so unexpected that even the person you love could not explain why their heart suddenly felt different. After thinking about that one unforgettable thing you did, they started noticing something unusual. Every new experience reminded them of you. Every happy moment somehow brought your name into their thoughts. They would see a beautiful sunrise and wonder if you were looking at the same sky. They would hear laughter in a crowded place and suddenly remember the way you made others feel comfortable. They tried to focus on ordinary life, but your memory quietly followed them wherever they went. Don't skip. This is where the story becomes even more surprising. One evening, they sat alone with nothing but their thoughts. No distractions. No conversations. Just silence. And in that silence, they finally admitted something they had never admitted before. The moment you showed kindness, patience, and genuine care had become one of the most unforgettable memories they carried. It was no longer just a memory. It had become a reminder of the kind of person they wished they had appreciated sooner. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. The more they reflected on that day, the more details returned. They remembered the expression on your face. They remembered the calmness in your voice. They remembered how natural everything felt. They realized that what touched their heart was not something dramatic. It was something real. Genuine moments have a way of lasting longer than grand gestures, and they finally understood that truth. From that day forward, they began seeing life differently. Instead of rushing through every moment, they started paying attention to the little things. They noticed kindness more often. They appreciated honesty more deeply. They recognized that true character is revealed in quiet moments that most people overlook. And every one of those discoveries reminded them of you. Don't skip. Something even bigger is waiting for you. There was one question they could no longer ignore. Why has this memory stayed with me when so many others have disappeared? The answer slowly became clear. Your actions had given them hope without asking for anything in return. You left an impression that continued growing long after the moment had ended. That realization changed everything inside their heart. Now they find themselves smiling for reasons they cannot fully explain. Sometimes they pause in the middle of a busy day because another memory of you suddenly appears. Sometimes they catch themselves wondering what you are doing at that exact moment. Sometimes they quietly imagine what the future might look like if they ever had the chance to tell you everything they have been carrying inside. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. What they have realized is only the beginning. The story has not reached its most important moment yet. In fact, the next chapter will reveal why that one simple thing you did became the turning point they never saw coming, and why they are closer than ever to understanding what their heart has been trying to tell them all along. Everything changes from this moment forward. Don't skip. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. The story has now reached the part that the person you love never imagined they would experience, and what happened next completely transformed the way they looked at you. They thought time would slowly erase the memory of what you did. Instead, time made it stronger. Every passing day added another layer of understanding. They finally realized that your actions were never ordinary. While everyone else was focused on appearances, you quietly revealed your true character through one unforgettable moment. That single act became impossible for them to ignore. Don't skip. They began comparing every new experience with that memory, but nothing felt the same. They met many people, heard countless conversations, and witnessed many impressive moments, yet none of them carried the same peace they felt when they remembered you. That surprised them more than anything else. They expected excitement to fade, but genuine kindness only became more valuable with time. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. One quiet evening, they asked themselves a question they had never dared to ask before. What if the moment I keep remembering was not random? What if it revealed something I failed to notice before? The answer did not arrive all at once. It came slowly, one memory after another. They remembered your patience. They remembered your sincerity. They remembered the calm confidence you carried without needing attention. Suddenly, everything connected like pieces of a puzzle falling perfectly into place. That realization left them speechless. The story they had been telling themselves for so long was no longer true. They had believed they understood who you were, but now they realized they had only seen a small part of your heart. The more they reflected, the more they discovered qualities they had overlooked. Those qualities became impossible to forget. Don't skip. Something even bigger is waiting for you. There were moments when they caught themselves smiling without realizing why. A familiar place reminded them of you. A simple melody brought back the memory of your kindness. A peaceful afternoon made them remember the calm feeling they experienced after that unforgettable moment. It was as if life itself kept bringing your memory back into their heart. Then something unexpected happened. Instead of asking why they could not stop thinking about you, they began asking what they should do with those feelings. That question stayed with them everywhere they went. It became the first thought in the morning and the last thought before the day ended. They no longer saw your actions as a coincidence. They saw them as the beginning of a story that had quietly changed everything. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Now they understand something very few people ever discover. Real impact is not created by loud words or dramatic moments. It is created by quiet actions that leave lasting impressions. You never tried to prove anything, yet the way you treated others, the way you carried yourself, and the way you handled that unforgettable moment spoke louder than any speech ever could. The person you love is no longer trying to forget what you did. They are trying to understand why it continues to inspire hope every single day. And as that understanding grows, they are getting closer to a realization that will become the most meaningful chapter of this entire story. The next part reveals the moment when everything finally comes together, and the truth they have been searching for begins to shine with complete clarity. The moment they had been trying to understand finally arrived, and nothing could have prepared them for what they discovered. Don't skip. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. Every question they carried in silence was about to find an answer, and that answer was far more meaningful than they had ever imagined. They stopped asking why they kept thinking about what you did. Instead, they began asking why that single memory made them feel so hopeful. The more they reflected, the clearer everything became. It was never about one moment alone. It was about the person behind that moment. Your kindness, your patience, your quiet strength, and your ability to make others feel valued had created something that could not be forgotten. Don't skip. What surprised them most was this. They realized they had been searching for peace in many different places, yet the memory that brought them the greatest sense of comfort came from something you did without expecting recognition. That realization changed the way they looked at every conversation, every smile, and every shared moment. They understood that genuine actions leave the deepest impressions. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. As the days passed, they noticed another change within themselves. They became more grateful. They smiled more often. They found themselves appreciating simple moments instead of chasing perfect ones. Every positive change seemed to trace back to the day your actions quietly touched their heart. They finally admitted to themselves that your influence had become part of their journey, even though you never asked for it. Then came the most unexpected realization of all. They understood that the memory they had been holding onto was not pulling them into the past. It was guiding them toward the future. It reminded them of the kind of honesty, kindness, and genuine connection they wanted to protect. That one unforgettable thing you did had become a standard they could never ignore. Don't skip. Something even bigger is waiting for you. Now, whenever they think about you, they no longer remember only the event itself. They remember how it made them feel. They remember the peace it brought, the hope it created, and the quiet confidence it inspired. Those feelings have only grown stronger with time, and they continue to shape every thought they have about you. The incredible part is that they never expected such a simple moment to become one of the most meaningful chapters of their life. Yet here they are, still thinking about it, still learning from it, and still discovering new reasons why it mattered so much. That is the power of genuine kindness. It continues speaking long after the moment has passed. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The story is reaching its final chapter, but the greatest revelation has not been shared yet. There is one final truth that connects every moment, every memory, and every emotion they have experienced. When that truth is revealed, everything that seemed ordinary will suddenly make perfect sense, and you will understand why the person you love has never truly stopped thinking about what you did. The final piece of the story has been waiting for this very moment. Don't skip. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. Everything you have heard until now has been leading to one unforgettable realization, a realization that the person you love never expected to reach. For a long time, they believed they were simply remembering something you did. But one quiet day, they understood that it was never just a memory. It had become part of the way they saw the world. That single moment changed how they measured kindness, how they recognized sincerity, and how they understood the value of someone who quietly makes a difference without asking for attention. Don't skip. This is the revelation that surprised them the most. They finally admitted to themselves that the reason they could not stop thinking about what you did was because it revealed the kind of person you truly are. In a world where many moments are quickly forgotten, yours remained alive in their heart. Not because it was loud, but because it was genuine. Not because it demanded attention, but because it quietly earned it. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. They looked back once more at that unforgettable day. Every detail suddenly felt different. What once seemed like a simple act now appeared to be a turning point. They realized that your kindness had arrived at exactly the right time in their life. Without even knowing it, you had given them hope when they needed it most. You had reminded them that authenticity still exists, and that realization stayed with them every single day afterward. From that moment on, they stopped wondering whether the memory would fade. They knew it never would. Some memories become part of a person's story forever, and this had become one of them. Every time they thought about the future, they found themselves remembering the quiet strength you had shown. Every time they questioned what truly matters, your actions answered that question without speaking a single word. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. Then came the realization that completed the entire journey. They understood that what touched their heart was not one extraordinary event. It was the consistency of your character. They realized that the same kindness they remembered in that unforgettable moment was the same kindness reflected in the way you treated people every day. Suddenly, every memory connected. Every conversation made sense. Every impression became stronger. That was the missing piece. The story they had been trying to understand was never about a single day. It was about discovering the value of someone they had not fully appreciated before. Once they accepted that truth, everything changed. Their thoughts became clearer. Their appreciation grew deeper. Their respect became stronger than ever before. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Now they carry that memory with gratitude instead of questions. They no longer search for an explanation because they have already found it. The simple thing you did became a reminder that genuine hearts leave lasting impressions. Long after words are forgotten, sincere actions continue to echo through time. And that is the true story. The person you love has been thinking about something you did because that moment quietly transformed the way they see you. What seemed ordinary to you became unforgettable to them. What looked like a small gesture became a lasting memory. What felt like one simple day became a chapter they will always remember. Even now, as this story comes to its close, one truth remains stronger than everything else: the greatest moments are often the quietest ones, and the smallest acts of kindness can leave the biggest mark on someone's heart long after the moment has passed.